I'm actually sitting in my next purchase right now that just came back from the detail shop. I bought this car for $1,000 only. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lou Ferreira, and for those of you who are just new here, welcome to my channel where I talk about a lot of other things that I do, including business and finance and cars and buying cars and flipping cars and marketing and all sorts of shit. Okay, so today is auction day, right? Today we're gonna go to the auction and I'm gonna show you guys a little bit about what I do. So this week I had a really good week. I actually was able to flip 4 cars. Gave me a little bit of money. We actually made this week we actually profited about, I think, $8,000. And today I'm going to, sorry guys, I'm looking at the traffic, and today I'm gonna go to the auction here in Fort Lauderdale, and I got a pretty good list of vehicles on my workbook today. That's what we call it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head to the auction right now, and I'm gonna take a look at these cars, start them up, make sure they're not, messed up, and I'm gonna show you guys the entire process. So when I get there, I'm gonna show you guys how I check these cars out, and we'll see if we can pick something up this week and try to make a flip. Yeah.
A few moments later.
We are back, and I'm gonna show you guys the car that I picked up yesterday for, guess how much? $1,300. You guys are not gonna believe this. I picked up this 1999 BMW 323i. Look at how clean this car is, and you wouldn't even believe how many miles this car has. This car right now has 95,000 miles, and I picked this thing up for $1,300. Granted, I spent a little bit of money on it because I did an oil change, and regular maintenance that I always do prior to me flipping the car, because at least I want to give the customer something that's in good running condition. But look at how clean this car is. And this is a 99. This is what, like 18, 19 years old? And the body is super clean. And I picked this up yesterday for about $1,300. And just so if you guys are wondering where I'm from, I live in Florida, and it's possible to get these deals out here. I'm gonna show you guys the interior of this car. Give me a second. Look at how clean this interior is. You got minor damage there, but hey, what can you expect with a almost 20-year-old car, right? Yeah, so look at that. Pretty clean overall. Looks great. And like I told you guys, take a look at that mileage right there. We're looking at 95,394 miles. It's actually pretty incredible for a car that's, about 20 years old, It's pretty clean overall. But it's not bad for a car that's, it's got sunroof. For a car that's about 20 years old, you're looking at maybe like 5,000 miles per year. This actually came with the heated seat option, which is pretty cool. Not like you need that in Florida, but it's got that, which is pretty sweet. Of course, the radio, just your basic radio. But yeah, pretty sweet. We got the powered mirrors on the side, all power windows. Not too shabby, not too shabby. And the last episode, we actually bought a 1999 BMW with 95,000 miles, and I paid $1,300 for that one. Ended up selling it in less than 24 hours. And on this episode, I'm actually sitting in my next purchase right now that just came back from the detail shop. And you guys are going to be excited about this one because this car actually looks pretty good. Still needs a little bit of work, but I got this car at a super low price. I bought this car for $1,000 only, right? And I'm excited to show you guys what this car is. It's already been cleaned, so I kind of skipped the part where I'll show you guys how I got it, because this thing was a pig, right? Think of a repo plus haven't paid my car in like 10 months, plus I'm hiding the car from you until you actually find it in repo, right? I got this car and it was just a pig. Like it still had a baby car seat in it. It had shoes, it had makeup, it had, you know, those big, you know, fucking earrings that girls wear, whatever the fuck that is, and a bunch of other shit, right? So I got it cleaned up. I just picked it up from the detail shop, and I wonder if you guys can tell by the surroundings of what kind of car this is. But I'm heading to my garage right now, and when I get there, I'm gonna do a video walk around. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what this car is, and I got a customer coming to look at it today, so it's probably been about 36 hours since I've had this car. You know, because I sat on it and I didn't want to clean it at all. I started cleaning and I was like, fuck this. So I took it to the detail shop, but I got a customer coming to see it, and once they come to see it, hopefully I can get a deal done, and then I can give you guys already the breakdown of the numbers of this episode of Flip This Whip. So I'm actually driving right now, so I'm going to stop recording before I get pulled over and get a ticket, but I'll check back with you guys in about 5 minutes, and I will let you see what the car looks like and what I got it for, and hopefully what I can sell it for. Hello everybody, back again. So now is the time for the reveal, and this is it. It is a 2004 Acura TL 3.2, pretty clean body. This is after it's been detailed, by the way, because before it was detailed, terrible. But now it's pretty clean. Body is in good shape overall. Looks good. The only thing that's missing here, I mean, it got a minor, sorry for that sunlight, got a minor dent right here, and missing this little key thing here, but on the inside itself looks pretty clean. Ooh, this sun is killer. Sorry for the shitty quality, guys. The sun is like right in my face, but this is how it came out on the inside. So as you can see, it came out overall pretty clean. Sorry for that glare. I put this little cover here on top of the dash because these Acuras are notorious for having a cracked dash. I'll show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like under there. So they're notorious for that. But overall, I mean, what can you ask for a $1,000 car, right? Seats came out decent, as best as they could for what it looked like. If you guys saw what it looked like, you'd cry. And then of course the headliner is dripping a little bit, but hey, I'm not fixing that because that's none of my problem. So yeah, that's the pickup of the week. I actually have that other one over there that I just picked up, but that one was a lot more expensive. That one was, I paid I think $3,000 for it. But that one is in immaculate condition. I'll show you guys that on the next episode. But that one, all I need to do is put an AC in it, so it's not that big of a flip, but we should still make a good amount of money on it. It's a little bit of a higher ticket car, up in the 4,000s, so it'll probably take a little bit longer to move. But this right here, which is practically the same exact car, I got it for $1,000, right? So you see, pretty clean. I'm gonna do an actual video walk around so you guys can see what it looks like. And yeah, so customers on their way right now, and hopefully she buys it, and I'll break down the numbers for you guys to see what this flip looks like. Ciao.
A few moments later.
What is up everybody, and welcome back to another deal breakdown. As you guys have watched, we just bought the 2004 Acura TL, and we ended up getting it done, fixed up, oil change, things like that, and now it's been sold. So I'm here to give you guys the full breakdown, how much we made on that car, and show you guys the process. So bear with me. So deal breakdown. And if you guys don't know, now you know. Go to this website if you want to learn how to flip cars. It is www.cardealerlaunch.com. That way you guys can learn how to do exactly what I'm showing you here today and make some extra cash, all right? So we got the 2004 Acura TL. This car, when we picked it up, had 153K miles, right? Which is not bad for an 04. And the purchase price that we paid for this car was $1,000, right? Got my handy little cheat sheet down here, so if I look down, don't be alarmed, right? We spent about $250 detailing the car because, as I said in the video, the car was a pig, right? There was candy stuck on the floor. it just looked like a disaster. So we had to pay a guy that really knew what he was doing to go in there, detail it inside, outside, and it came out probably 1,000 times better. So as far as detail, we spent $250, and then we had to put some control arms on the car because the two front control arms were bad, so it was making a lot of noise, it was rattling around, and it's just important to have those things be good in a car. So we bought two control arms for the front, and we paid I think $115 for that. So control arms, we paid $115, and then we spent another $35 on oil change, which is standard because we always change the oil, can't trust old owners, and that was I believe $35. And then we went and did all the brakes and all the rotors because the brakes were vibrating a little bit. So when you're in high speeds and you press the brakes and it kind of like shakes your steering wheel, it could be a few things. Actually, it could be your alignment, but in this case the rotors and the brakes were just shot, right? They were time to get changed. So we bought brand new rotors, all four, and we bought brakes for the front and the back, and I believe for that we paid, well, it was $157. So rotors and brakes, it was $157.14 to be exact. That's how much we paid for those brakes, right? And then after that, the AC was a little bit warm, so I always like to just charge up the AC whether, you know, it's a little bit weak or it's just not working, because usually it just comes back to working. But if it's not working, then we know we got to put a compressor. But in this case, it was just low on coolant and or antifreeze, whatever you call it, and we paid the shop $60 to fill up that AC for us. So AC recharge was $60, right? And then of course we had to pay a mechanic to do all the work, and this guy actually gave me a good deal. We paid him about $290 in labor to be able to not do all this because the detail was a separate guy, but you know, in order to put the control arms on there, do the oil change, rotors are big, and AC recharge, right? Just in labor was $290. So labor, we spent $290. So here is the full breakdown of that car itself. Now, of course, here's my phone. I am going to calculate for you guys. So we've got $1,000, which was our purchase price of the car. We took it for detailing because it was absolutely disgusting for $250. We put some control arms on there. We paid $115 for the parts. Oil change ran us $35. Rotors and brakes, $157.14. Let's just call it $157. That's $157. AC recharged ran us another $60. And then we paid the guy to do all that for us for $290, which was his cost of his labor, right? So all in, our total investment, our TI, was $1,907. So we were into this car for about $1,907, and it took us I think this one took us about 9 days to flip, because obviously we had a detail, had to put the control arms, things like that. Just getting a car ready, usually from the moment you take it in, takes about a week, maybe a week and a half, depending on how much you got to do, of course. If you're doing things like this, it'll probably take you about a week at minimum. And also you got to take into consideration how busy your mechanic is, how busy the shop is, the detail shop, all these things come into play, right? But it can be done as easily as like one day or take a few days, right? But in this case, it took us about, I think, 8 or 9 days. Let's just call it 9 days to be safe, right? It took us 9 days, and we actually ended up selling the car for $39.95, right? And so the sale price was $3,995, right? So now, obviously, simple math once again, you have to take what you sold the car for minus your total investment in the car. So you've got $3,995 was our sale price, right? And then $1,907 was our total investment into the car. right? Now we do that. We take 3,995 minus 1907, which is the money we put into the car. And our profit, you ready for this? Our profit was $2,088. And this took us a total of about 8 to 9 days. And that was the flip. So 9 days, say 12 days, or I guess 13, 14 days for 2 weeks. That's about, $1,000 a week realistically, right? $1,000 a week. And this is as simple as it gets. You could do one of these flips a week. You could do 6 of these flips a week. You could do 30 of these flips a week, right? And just by using your basic math. Of course, you will not, and I just want to be very clear, you will not get $2,000 profits in every car, because at this point I look for cars with a little bit of a story. Maybe they're just nasty, or I know what to look for in this case. But if you want to do flips and you just want to go for the cleaner end cars, you can easily expect anywhere between $500 to $1,000 in profit, because obviously you will end up paying more for cleaner cars than cars that obviously need a little bit more work that the client, or I guess the seller, just isn't willing to do. So if you are smart enough when you're checking a car, you do a quick reference check on how much the parts the car is going to need, and then you can sort of gauge it from there. But if we show you the actual market value for this car, that is the car right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says private party range $2,752 to $4,889, and the private party sale on average is $3,821. So $3,821. We sold that exactly for $3,995 because we brought the car back to a really decent shape. But it's one of those things that purchase price, here's where you make all the money, guys. Okay? If you get it for a good price, no matter what car it is, if you're getting it at a good price, using the tools that I teach, which you guys will see eventually, you will be able to get good sales prices so that you can put enough money into the car to be able to turn profits like this. And that is why it's very important. And thank you guys for watching another video. I'm excited that you guys were here. And if you want to learn, there is always going to be a link under the video for the description where we teach you how to do exactly what we do and make some extra cash. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao. And don't forget, obviously, to like, subscribe, share with your friends, because everybody that joins our family, we're welcome for. Peace.